It's showtime. That's what it says when you go live. It's showtime.
Fancy.
All right. Hello, everyone. I have my camera on this side again, so I'm going to be confused again. But and today with me, I have Kelly Coon, who is a young adult author who lives near me, not super close to me, but near me. Mm-hmm. And actually, we met at this, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
That's so funny. I didn't realize that.
My shirt. I should have worn mine. Actually, it's dirty. I wore it the other day. It's like the coziest T-shirt I own.
Yeah, it's super soft. That wasn't on purpose. That's so funny. It just happened to be the shirt I wore today. All right, we have a couple people watching, and sometimes, or most of the time, there's like quite a bit of a lag in between when we talk and when people see it, and then we have the lag coming back for comments. And so usually I just kind of like babble for the first minute or so people have time to make comments. So say hi if you're here. Oh, Jennifer's here. Jennifer, you're actually here on time. Congrats.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Janice. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Victoria. Hi, Janice. I'm glad you can make it. So Jennifer is actually hosting with me next week. So come tune in to see her on the screen. Janice is a patron at the library that I work at. She's been coming to our writing workshops. Oh, hi, Christine. Hello. I'm excited that you're here. And Jessica's been here almost every time, I think, if not every time.
That's awesome. Courtney, I love the idea of scheduled writing sprints. It's smart.
Yeah, it's the only way I'm getting work done right now. Kaylee's here. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Tamara. Oh, Janice, you met us at Trinity Prep. Nice. Very nice. Cool.
I remember.
It's like a little reunion.
Workshop, I think, with Isabel Ibanez and a couple other male authors, middle grade, I think.
Oh, yeah. Beth is here. Hi, Beth.
Hello.
So let us know what you're working on today. I am I'm revising a book that I have the notes back from my agent on. And I am starting today on chapter 8.
Nice.
And I have no idea what's in store. Like I know what I have to do, but I don't remember which scenes are where. So I just go with it.
It's been a while, right? Has it
been
a while?
Yeah, maybe I'll get 5 chapters done. Maybe I'll get 1 chapter done. You don't know.
I mean, it's hit or miss with revising. I am actually working on a new book, which this has been really difficult for me to plot. I don't know why. Yes, I do. Global pandemic. Usually I'm a really fast plotter. I make quick decisions and I go for it. And I'm just like second guessing myself and just like entrenched in these personalities. I literally 20 minutes ago went out and pitched my plot to my husband and my 3 sons who, the 6-year-old is really interested. And then I was like, no, I have to change it. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in the very earliest stages when everything is a mess. Like, look at this. It's just a jump of insanity right now. So
you're a plotter then, I'm guessing?
I'm like an extreme plotter. I plot like 10,000 word plot outlines. I've got the scene broken down with motivation and how the character arc fits into that scene. Wow. And I actually think I might just plot. I have the first act plotted, and I think I might just start writing the first act, and because my brain is like really having trouble connecting the dots between all these moving parts. Now, albeit I've got 2 points of view and 2 different timelines, so maybe that's why I'm like struggling because I don't usually write that way, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. Kelly tweeted like, how are you writing in this time? And I was like, well, I get on camera and people watch me. So I feel like I have to. That's how I'm doing it. I invited her to come on. So
thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming. Tamara is doing pitches for PitMad and also chapter 5. That's a good thing to know. I just scheduled it today. So you'll see it on my YouTube channel, but on the 30th, I have 5 former Pitch Wars mentors are joining me for like a PitMad Q&A and advice thing. It's going to be live. You can ask questions. And several of them, all but one of them, I think, got an agent or a book deal via PitMad or DB Pitt. So
it's amazing.
So make sure y'all come back for that. Jennifer is working on a blog post. I know that. Jennifer is a book blogger. So unless you're working on Coastal Magic stuff, let's see. Jessica's still revising book 2 of the Cozy series. Nice. Beth is working on YA 9/11 series. Cool.
Wow.
Janice, we got a lot of YA people here today working on my Jaffer YA series, book 2.
Nice.
Courtney is starting a new side project to give my brain a break from the novel. Janice said those printouts make me itchy.
Listen, the printouts make me feel itchy. I'm extremely itchy right now because I keep changing everything.
Beth says, I wish I could plot that in depth. I'm still working on structuring my novels and having a vague idea. Hey, I'm a pantser, so like, whatever.
I wish, like, it makes me like terrified to go into starting a story. Like my brain won't even write. Like I go to sit down to write, and unless I know where I'm going and what I'm doing, and I feel like I can't get into a character unless I have thoroughly, like, psychologically looked at them from every angle. Like I don't know what their voice is almost, you know? But
I feel like I do a lot of development in my head. Like usually I don't start writing an idea for a book until like 8 months or later after I've had it. And so I just like simmer in my brain for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. This pandemic, I think, is just forcing me to slow down and second guess and reevaluate. And I think some of that is really good for me because I'm very much a bulldog, and I will get an idea and I will just freaking run with it. And I will have my book written in 30 days, you know? And sometimes I have to do a ton of heavy revising because I have just kind of gone full bore and not done analyzing. So this book here will be my 8th book that I've written. And you'd think that I would have like a really like strict structure for how to do it, but I think I've written every single one of my books differently. So frustrating. It's frustrating, Sarah.
When I do romances, I do a beat sheet, like a Save the Cat beat sheet, but that's about the most plotting I do. Yeah. I think mine looks less extensive than yours.
This is just brainstorming. This is me like getting ideas down, but my actual plot outline, I don't even have an actual plot. I just like it starts small and then just starts expanding until I've got, 7,000 to 10,000 words usually for my plot. But
oh wow,
we'll see what I end up with today. I love answers in the comments.
I do. I will say though, my first draft does tend to be like kind of spare. I call it sometimes I call it like draft 0 because it's just like dialogue and action and plot, Yeah. And so it reads honestly more like, well, not really, but it reads more like a script than a novel. And then I go back, and one of the rounds of revision is to like work in kind of the setting and description and all that stuff. So it's almost like plotting. It's just like plotting 40,000 words at a time.
Who does that? I was listening to 88 Cups of Tea with Yin Chang, and she was interviewing who is it? There's I have her book on my shelf. Wait, where is it? Caraval. Why can't I think of the
Stephanie Garber.
Yeah. She writes, she calls them skeleton drafts. So she does that same where she just gets out the dialogue and the plot points and like at 40, 50,000 words, and then goes back in and fleshes it all out. And I'm like, that's so smart. And I think I'm doing that, but just like in a very much smaller version of that.
Janice wanted to know where you got your beat sheet. So if you don't know about Save the Cat beat sheets at all, I recommend the book Save the Cat. And so Save the Cat writes a novel too, but I actually prefer the screenwriting one.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because that's what I read first. And then there are a whole bunch of beat sheets available online. Like I do mine in Excel, so you can find them online in Excel. But where'd you get yours?
SavannahGilbo.com. Yeah, there's an H at the end, Savannah with an H, and then Gilbo, GILBO.com. She has a whole list. She gives tons and tons of recommendations for writers. And then she has a lot of like templates and stuff that you can use. And this one, if you sign up for her newsletter, you get free, really good information in your inbox, which I love. I like to I have a ton of books. Like I'm a thorough researcher, but I also like to just read little bits every day about writing and publishing. It helps. So hers are really good. I like to get her newsletter because it has just a little snapshot of something to improve. And anyway, she sent me this as for signing up is the beat sheet breakdown, which you can make it yourself. I mean, it's easy enough to find it, but I'm lazy and I didn't want to do that. So
yeah, I finally just made my own Excel spreadsheet, and the way that the reason why I like mine is I can put in my target word count, and then it automatically calculates the word counts for all my beats. But
that's good. You like that.
All right, it is time for us to start our first 20-minute sprint. So, hey Emily, thanks for joining us. And we're gonna pull up the timer and mute ourselves and get that banner going, not necessarily in that order. Oh, I hit the wrong button, sorry. And
I keep forced to work right now. Oh,
I know, you have to. There's a timer and everything. All right, so we're gonna mute our mics and we'll see you in 20 minutes and we'll try again then.
Go find Daddy. He's out there.
All right, that is time, everyone.
Go get Daddy.
Sorry, Kelly, I unmuted you for a second while you were talking to your kid.
Hi.
Yeah, so
sorry.
that was 20 minutes. How did everyone do? Looks like you're good.
I cannot believe that. Oh, wait, hold on one.
Do you need to go take care of that? That's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, everyone, how did you do? Looks like a couple people joined us while we were writing. So welcome, welcome. Jenna switched projects in the middle of that writing sprint.
I know how that goes.
Let's see, most of the way through this chapter. So there's actually a lot of work in this chapter. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. Okay, I was putting out a fire. Apparently someone decided to get on Instagram and impersonate me and come up with a fake account. And I just got like a million text messages from a whole bunch of friends who are like, hey, I just got friended by Kelly Coon 116. So if you get friended by Kelly Coon 116,
oh my God,
that's not me.
I got friended by them.
Yeah, it's not me. I reported them. So when you get a chance, if you could just report them and block them and all that good stuff. Good times.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right.
Wow. We got 453 words.
Well, next one. Yeah. Tamara got 3 pitches sorted. Tamara said every time a sound comes back on, it scares her. Sorry. Maybe I should try to figure out how to be more start soft and be like, okay, it's time, everyone.
Yeah, here from YA.
Jessica finished one from YA what?
YATL Live.
Can
you hear me? There's a little lag, I think. Yeah, YATL Live is a show in Atlanta about young adult books, and Vanya is the host. I went up there and did that right after Grave Maidens came out. It was awesome. They're fantastic. Kimberly Jones is part of it.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? I feel like I might have missed someone. Okay. Christine is on a roll with the scene I plotted out in my head on my walk earlier. Nice. Oh yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Glad you can join us.
Vanya, I'm excited to hear about the books. This is great. I love that everybody gets together and does this. I usually dealing with my children at this time of night, so it would not be conducive to meeting at 7 o'clock at night. But once a week, I could probably make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, people do it at all different times too, because I see ones that are like 10 a.m. in the middle of the weekday. Yeah. And I'm like, I couldn't do that because I have to work, but that sounds like my 15-year-old or 15-month-old niece's nap time. So I can imagine it would be a good nap time activity for people with kids.
Yeah, right now my mornings are taken up with schooling my 3 sons, and I work. I'm an editor, so I work from like 1 usually to 5-ish and squeeze in as much editor work as I can do then. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to school getting out so that I am not actively also educating my kids because it's been out of control.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I'm going to ship them over to you. You're not that far.
You don't want your kids around me, that's for sure.
Sarah. Yes, I do. Are you a serial killer? If you're not, with you.
No, I'm just like, I'm not the mothering type.
I know. I don't think that's one of my qualifications for babysitting at this point. I'd be like, alive. Then here, I'm going to yeet all 3 of them at you immediately.
Yeah, my nieces were over today, and so I live now with my parents, but I have I have like a separate wing that's cut off from the rest of the house. So like I just shut the door because I have to work, you know. And all of a sudden my niece, they were playing outside and I hear my niece, Aunt Sarah. I come in, I'm like, what's going on? She's in the bathroom. She's like, I pooped. And I was like, okay, what? Necessary?
You're like, what do you want from me? She's like, I need help.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 5. She's like almost 5.5 now, but she has some digestive issues, so it's like a thing. Yeah.
That age is a hot mess express anyway, so they still don't know.
All right, what is everyone drinking tonight? I am once again just having water.
Yay.
Yeah, because I'm revising and I need all my mental faculties.
Typically, I would be having a glass of wine right about now. However, since I'm being forced to work, I too am drinking water. Again, because I'm plotting, so I need all the mental like clarity, definitely like Sarah was talking about. If I were drafting though, I would definitely be having a beer or a glass of wine because it helps the muse escape, you know?
Same. Gloria said, I've been researching how to set up my new laptop. Jennifer said, my internet is being wonky. The video keeps buffering, so I'm not sure how far behind everyone else I am. Jennifer, if you go to like the bottom of the video where, you know, it's got like pause and then fast forward and the volume button, right next to that is the thing that says live. And as long as you can click on that and it's like red, then you know you're in real time with everyone else. If it's like grayed out, then that means that you're behind. And you can just click on it to get current. Janice said, Kelly, love that you did your makeup and hair. We were talking about this before we went live. I made a mistake. I went to bed last night with wet hair, and this is what happened. And so this is just how today is.
My hair is very dirty, so I'll give you the up close, the real.
That just gives a texture.
Yeah, there's like 6 pounds of dry shampoo in my hair. That's kind of how I'm rolling these days. But I put on makeup every day anyway, just because it makes me feel like I've gotten ready for the day. I need those little routines. I'm a very routine kind of girl. So that helps me feel like, okay, it's time to get up, time to do my thing, you know, work out, take a shower, put my makeup on, ready for the day. So that's just kind of the person I am.
I take my dog out.
Hey.
I put on a shirt.
Shirts are fantastic.
All right, we got coffee, cordial, water is life. Courtney with the herbal tea. Jessica, water bud, ice cream and chocolate cookies. Nice.
Nice.
Iced coffee. I was eating, I don't know if y'all saw, but I was eating some Pop-Tarts because my afternoon meeting ran late and I hadn't eaten anything all day except a corn dog. And so I grabbed like the only ready-made thing in the kitchen so I could eat. Janice wants to know an idea of what your next work in progress is.
Sure. Yeah. So I just sent my agent today final revisions on a book that we're going to be submitting to my editor within the next couple of days. So I'm going to be on sub soon, which is terrifying. This one that I'm working on right now is a hot mess express. I don't actually know what I'm doing with it, but it is a thriller and 2 points of view, 2 sisters set in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is where my husband is from. And I'm really familiar with that area. So I feel confident that I can write there. And yeah, there's murder and the ache of young love, the ache of unrequited love. That is like a trope that I am just, I am so, I don't know, something about unrequited love just gets me. So there was that in there and yeah, and a big fat twist. I don't know a lot about the plot yet. I I have like my midpoint and my climax. So I guess I do have a few things, but there's a giant twist at the end and I'm really excited about it.
Wow. So where is it? Tamara said, I love how you pronounce cordial. Aussies say
cordial.
Cordial?
Do they?
I don't know. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Cordial.
I want to hear this. That's weird. Jennifer, always with the Dr. Pepper.
Listen, I love Diet Dr. Pepper. But if I drank
Diet Dr. Pepper is my favorite.
If I drank it at the time of night, I'd be like, like shut off for me to go to sleep.
Victoria said Hot Mess Express would be a great title.
Yes, memoir about my life. That's what it would be a great title for.
Cameron said yeah, so he said cordial.
Cordial.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I believe it.
Oh. My dad watches this like gold miner show, and they're in Australia this season. And
is it? What's the name of it? Because my husband was
okay. My husband
and was like totally into it, and I was like, "What?" The entire show was brown. I was like, I couldn't watch it just because there was like nothing but like dirt and like. I was like, the whole show is brown, like the dirt, so much of it, and like all the heavy machinery. I'm like, okay, I am so not.
Because they're in like almost like a quarry. So even there's not even sky because there's like these high brown walls.
They're watching the same show. I don't get it. I'm like, why is this interesting? I need more color. I need a palette besides like this ugly brown. The entire thing. I couldn't do it. Was not interested at all. Give me red. Something.
They were talking about like Aussie slang and stuff and that. So that reminded me of that. All right. It is already time for another sprint. So are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah. Time to work.
All right.
All right. I'm going to pull up that timer again and get that banner going.
All right. Locked and loaded.
Going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Time is up. Let's see, where am I?
Do you get anything?
Yeah, I finished that last chapter and I got through another chapter and I'm into my third chapter of the evening. So
that's
good.
incredible. That is
how about
so
you?
20. Oh, how about me? Sorry, lag. I revised the end of my plot. I told you right before we started that I decided I was going to change something literally like an hour before after talking to my husband and my 3 boys. And I decided I was going to change something. So I changed something on there in my plot outline, but then now I'm second guessing that again. Yeah, it's when you're wrapping up the character motivation into the plot, it's so tricky. And I think I might just try to wing it and write this first scene and just see where it takes me. It feels very weird to just kind of fling myself off that cliff, but I think I might go for it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this will change your mind at all, but some of the work I'm doing right now is to like increase character motivation throughout the book. So I have to like weave it in.
Yeah. I usually have that down, but sometimes.
All right, let's see. 100.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a lag. 166 more words from Kaylee. Janet, I know 20 minutes goes so fast sometimes. Thank you, Victoria. Oh, Jessica's halfway through the scene. 358 words from Courtney. And it jumped again. Leora joined us. Hello, welcome, Leora.
Hello.
Janice said, "Go for it, Kelly."
Thank you, Janice.
And Tamara's still tweaking pitches. I always have trouble with what to put in them. Yeah, that's the trick, right?
Is that for Pitch Wars?
Oh, excuse me. It's for Pit Mad. Yeah, she's preparing for Pit Mad.
So what's the pitch?
Oh, we'll see if she can drop it in here. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I forgot. No. I'm tired, man.
It's been a long week. It's been a long day. I feel like I'm pretty good at pitching, like editing. I am an editor, so my full-time job is looking at other people's words and taking them down until they're their most succinct form. I might end up, take a paragraph and be like, wow, the only line that is even important in this entire paragraph has 7 words in it. So it's a process called greening. And you just whittle it down until you have just its core elements. So I feel like that's one of my strengths as a writer is whittling down, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with pitches, it's like, it depends on your audience. With pitching, it kind of depends on your audience. Like sometimes you want to focus on one thing versus another thing when you're pitching someone else. And so it helps to actually have a couple different pitches in Pit Mad, so you're appealing to those different like elements. I remember
that's really good advice.
I remembered what I was going to say now. So especially for those of you who have been here almost every week, I was trying to figure out like the timing, the duration, I guess, more accurately. So we do usually 3 20-minute sprints to total about an hour and a half, sometimes an hour and 40 minutes. But I saw someone else was doing one, and she was doing it for like, I don't know, it was a lot longer. I'm not going to go that long for sure. But I was like, should I do it for 2 hours? And so let me know your thoughts in the comments. And when I go back to work, I might have to change this up anyway because I have to drive like an hour to work. So, but just let me know what you think. Janice, for PitMad, which is specifically a Twitter pitch event, it has to fit in a tweet. So it has to be 280 characters, but that also includes like the PitMad hashtag and the genre hashtag and the category hashtag. So you usually have maybe around 240 characters for your pitch.
Back in the day, when it was the old Twitter format, we did not have very much. Oh, that's when I pitched. I pitched one PitMad. I did one PitMad, and that was like the hardest thing because we had to get it down to what was it, 180? I forget what it used to be.
140.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, ridiculous. So you were using like as much shorthand as you possibly could to get your conflict in there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it was something.
Ooh, Tamara.
Okay. In order to save her friends, an enemy erased from her father she believed dead, the king. 17-year-old Alana must master her elemental powers before anyone else dies and decide whether to betray her father, to save her friends, or let them be enslaved forever. Well. Oh, I just remembered. On that show that I talked about on the 30th, the PitMad live Q&A show, we're also going to be giving away some Twitter pitch critiques. So some of the people on the show are going to be giving away 1 or 2 critiques. So make sure you tune in so you can get a critique from someone. That would be really cool.
Tamara, my personal advice, I'm not one of the critique coaches or anything like that, but I would say to be as specific as is humanly possible, and so that it's really differentiates your story from every other story out there. And if you can figure out a way to get a couple of comps in there, or at least one comp in there, that can help agents realize where your book would fall in their lineup. That's my advice to you.
I always recommend at least one of your, because you can do up to 3 different PitMad tweets. And I always recommend at least one of them have comp titles in it if it works. Sometimes you can't really find a comp title. Yeah. This sounds like something that you can find a comp title for. And specificity is definitely king when it comes to Twitter pitches.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Jennifer said I'm good for longer. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see what happens when I have to start working. I don't know when it will be or whether I'll be going in full time or what. So just kind of playing it by ear. All right, so Kelly, you want to tell us a little bit about the series that you have out now before we do our next writing sprint?
Sure, I would love that. Yeah, so my first book, which came out in October with Delacorte Press, it's called Grave Maidens. It's about a 16-year-old healer's apprentice named Kamani who has to save the dying ruler of her city-state, or her little sister, who has been chosen to be one of his brides, is going to be killed to join him in the afterlife. So stakes are really high. She doesn't want her sister to die. She's already lost a lot in her life. And as a healer, she can't not be compassionate and try to save the ruler. And the sequel is War Maidens, and that comes out in October of this year. And it's about Kamani and friends who are going against this tyrant ruler to prevent illness and death that accompanies war. But in order to do that, they're going to have to go against a whole band, an all-female band of Scorpion warrior maidens who are bent on revenge and want the war just as much as Kamani and her friends do not want it to happen. There's some disloyalty, there is treason, and there's murder, and there's also a little bit of hilarity due to Iltani, who is Kamani's best friend. So, and there's a whole bunch of romance. This one I did not hold back at all. So, yeah, a little bit of everything.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. And you're supposed to be at the Orlando Book Festival this year, which we had to cancel.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna get a signed copy there.
I'm so sad. All of my spring stuff. Well, everybody's. I can't. If I can't even complain. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. I have a job, so I'll end it there. But yes, I would have. I was looking forward to seeing you at Orlando. Alas.
All right, it is time to start our final 20-minute sprint of the evening. So get your fingers ready, and I'll pull up that timer and start the little scrolling banner thing. And on your mark, get set. As soon as I start this timer, I'm going to go refill my water, by the way, because my throat is dry. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, everyone, that is time. I tried to be as gentle as I could when I came back. So, how did everyone do?
I did really well. I just jumped into a scene and went for it. And I got
Nice.
667 words, so I'm excited.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's good. Seems like, yeah. I mean, it's a good start. If you jump in and you get that many words
I'm
in 20 minutes,
excited.
that's good.
I didn't even think I was gonna write tonight. I thought I was just going to be focusing on the plot, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it.
Jennifer wanted to know if you're listening to music while you're writing.
I listen to, when I'm writing fiction, I listen to white noise. So these are my noise canceling headphones. My brother got these for me when my book got published, and they are my lifesaver. My husband and 2 of my 3 kids are right outside my office door listening to a show loudly. So this like blocks everything out. It's just like shh. So yeah.
Nice. Sometimes I use like a sound generator. You can have these ones that sound like, they can sound like coffee shops, or they can sound like there was one that I had, it was like a underwater at something, so you could hear the sound of water and you could hear like some ocean sounds, and it was really cool.
Oh, go ahead.
I got through, let's see. No, I got through about a chapter that time around. So yeah, so I did 8, 9, 10.
That's amazing.
So I did 4 chapters this evening.
And you were still able to chat and stuff too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
750.
I didn't jump. I'm glad that I was able to not startle you, Tamara. 240 words from Leora. Jessica just has a little left on 1 chapter. Janice got 752. Wow. Very nice. Tamara managed 427. Leora listens to rain on her noise canceling headphones.
Yes.
459 words. I'm going to keep writing after this since I like what's about to happen next. That's always fun. Sometimes I leave that for the next day though to like motivate me to go back.
That's true.
Beth's got Shawn Mendes on repeat. Nice.
I don't understand. I don't get how people can listen to music because I pay attention to the lyrics. But I will say the only thing, the only time I can listen to music and write is if I'm writing poetry. The book that I submitted that I'm subbing to my editor, one of the POVs is in verse, and I wrote that poetry while I was listening to hardcore rap and rock on the treadmill on my phone like this in the book.
Oh my gosh.
All of the poetry was written that way.
I don't know how you can write on the treadmill. I can't even read on the treadmill.
I was like, well, it was the only way I could convince myself to go to the gym. If I said, okay, this is not going to the gym. You're not really exercising. You're working. And I'm more motivated to work than I am to write or than to work.
Yeah.
I was like, if I can myself to like work while I am like walking, then I'll do it. And I mean, that was super effective. And I actually put a treadmill in my office, and I have a stand-up desk. So I pull it right up in front of my treadmill and I walk while I work because it makes sure that I actually get out of this chair. You know,
yeah,
it's hard to do sometimes.
Definitely. Yeah, I listen to audiobooks or podcasts while I walk. Well, usually I play volleyball, but I can't play volleyball right now, so I'm walking instead.
No.
Yeah, Janice, ambient mixer is actually the name of it. I was trying to think of it. I couldn't think of the name of it, so I'm glad you brought it up. The cool thing about ambient mixers, it has these preset like groups of sounds basically. So if you have like a cafe, for example, it will have like the low hum of people talking, and we'll have like a door opening, and that's a sound, and we'll have like the grinder running in the coffee shop, and that's a sound. But like sometimes I find that like one of the sounds is like annoying me, like usually it's like a door squeak or something. And so you can adjust the volume of that specific sound.
Wow.
So I love it. I love it so much.
That's amazing.
I've been rocking. Not too good. Yeah.
Unfortunate. I mean, you can get some pretty powerful stuff in there if you listen to something really hard. I don't know. It just let me open up and let go. And I run to that too. So I don't know. It connected into that visceral part of my brain and allowed me to get the workout. So
yeah.
Oh, they
That's
can
dance fitness. I
did nice.
exercise for a little while.
That's nice. I did CrossFit for a long time and actually did competitions and everything. And now I look back at some of the workouts I used to do, Sarah, and I'm like, who was I? I mean, I'm like,
that's like the thing with CrossFit though, is it like gets in your head, right?
Oh yeah. I love all the women. We will keep in contact, all the women that I did CrossFit with, and some of them still are doing it like hardcore. And I'm like, yo, I'm out. Like my knee cannot do it.
My camera's having trouble focusing for a second, but it's back.
Oh, okay.
I listen to Sam Swift sometimes when I'm writing too. That's great. Because sometimes I can listen to music, sometimes it distracts me. Yeah.
Yeah, it usually distracts me. I pay attention. I have something called misophonia, and sometimes noise really gets under my skin. So if there's repetitive noise that's not like white noise, like shh, then it can really mess with me. So I have to be careful about some of that ambient noise.
I have my Google Play plays rain sounds when I go to sleep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's very relaxing.
Especially because usually I go to sleep before everyone else, so there's all kinds of sounds in the house.
That you have to drown everybody out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always the last one, night owl. So
I'm a night owl too. And I say I'm the first one in bed, and I'm talking 1 a.m. I'm the first person in bed. Like my entire family is night owls. Yeah.
Okay. No. I'm in bed by like 11 and everybody else has long been asleep by 9:30 or so.
I don't know what it is about our family, but we're like extreme night owls. Like my parents are retired and now they'll stay up till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And then they sleep. They sleep for 8 hours, it's just like later. And that's how I naturally am too. The only reason I even go to bed as early as I do is I have to work.
Oh, that's going to be tough to get back in when you actually have to go in.
It is. When you add an hour drive on top of it, it's going to be rough. All right. So thank you so much, Kelly, for joining me tonight. That's all the time we have for tonight. Jennifer is going to be on screen next week with me. So make sure y'all come back for some more writing time. And then I have on the 30th. Wait, Jennifer, are you on the 30th or are you next week? No, I can't remember.
I think she said she was next week.
Yeah, next week. The 30th is Pit Mad. Sorry, I'm getting my days confused. And then I'm probably going to end up doing it in June as well. I just may have to move it like 30 minutes later because if I have to start going to the office, it's going to take me that extra time to get back home. So just keep an eye out for that. I'll schedule it on the channel. That reminds me, make sure you subscribe down below so you can find out about future write-ins. And also, if you'd like this video, give it a thumbs up. That'd be really cool too. So thank you all for joining us and have a good night. I'm going to end the broadcast. Kelly, you don't have to leave.
Bye. Okay.
I can talk to you afterwards.
Right. Everybody. Good to see you all.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. Have a good night, everyone. Or I don't know what time it is in Australia, actually. Morning. Yeah, have a good morning.